Good morning, Chairwoman Maloney, Ranking Member Comer, and committee members. I appreciate the opportunity to offer testimony on behalf of the 3 million members of the National Education Association and all devoted educators who teach and nurture and protect our students. As a teacher with 3 decades of experience, I am frustrated, I am heartbroken, I'm angry that this is where we are 23 years after Columbine. On April 20th, 1999, I had been a middle school science teacher in Pennsylvania for 23 years. No experience or training had prepared me for the questions my middle-level learners asked me. As I joined my fellow teachers in shock and disbelief of the carnage that ended the lives of 12 students and 1 teacher, the only thing that comforted us was the belief that this society would never let it happen again. But the list continued to grow, didn't it? Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and now Robb Elementary. Kids were celebrating at the end of a successful school year. For 19 children and 2 teachers, it would be the last days of their lives. These massacres occurring in suburban, urban, and rural schools are not isolated incidents. Tallying up the number of killed or wounded children does not begin to tell the full horrific story. Camille, a student who survived Sandy Hook, experienced severe panic attacks for years. She is one of the more than 311,000 students exposed to gun violence since Columbine. Their trauma will likely endure for the rest of their lives. Students across our country are writing goodbye notes and wills just in case. Unfortunately, their fear is perfectly rational. Here in America, we are 25 times more likely to die by gun than people in other developed nations. So the question we must ask, is this who we are? Is it? Our country has already experienced nearly 240 mass shootings in 2022 alone. But that number does not begin to capture the scope of this epidemic. Every day, gun violence kills 111 people. That means that we can expect 22,255 more deaths by guns this year. Inaction equals acceptance of the unacceptable. And this crisis is worse in Black and Latino communities, where 78% of adults or their loved ones are victims of gun violence. The evidence is clear. Where there are more guns, more people are killed by guns. Every single day, the politicians who fail to take action ignore the majority of Americans who want stricter gun laws. You tell our children protecting them matters less than protecting the status quo. A high school teacher in Arlington, Texas, survived a workplace shooting in a corporate setting, only to experience school shootings himself and countless lockdowns. He is now leaving our profession with these words: as much as I love teaching, I can't fully represent and protect my students. I am not going to be the educator they need. Enough with so-called solutions that do not address the problem. We cannot place enough armed guards at every school building in America to protect our babies. We cannot ask educators to carry weapons and wear body armor while teaching and nurturing our students. because by the time someone has shown up with a military weapon, it is already too late. We need for our students more resources, not more revolvers. You can help us to not only heal, but to hope. Pass common sense gun control legislation so that not one more community is shattered and not one more anguished parents, like we heard today, has to lay a precious child to rest. Our children deserve the chance to grow and to thrive, to live into their brilliance. Thank you for what I know you will do for our babies.
Thank you.